Hello everyone, welcome to Moon Mage. This is weekly tarot messages. It's always pick a card messages 1 through 4. I always tell everybody to give themselves a second to feel into which message is speaking to them. And then we'll look at the overall energies, some challenges and potentials that could be showing up for you in your week ahead. And I always say this, and I'm going to sound like a broken record, that regardless of the dates that these messages come with, they are timeless. Whenever you land on them is when you are meant to hear them. So not to get too caught up in the dates if you land on them and it's weeks later. It's completely fine. That just happens to be when you were meant to hear these messages. I also just wanted to quickly mention that these videos are coming out on January 13th, the Monday, the day of the full moon in Cancer. And I did put out a full moon in Cancer video the previous Thursday. So you may want to have a look at that because it's definitely going to come into play for this week's energies. So something to consider. And there's also a full moon meditation that I put out as well last week. So those may be things that you're interested in looking at. But I'm going to get started here with message number 1. Hello, message 1. Let's have a look and see what types of energies may be showing up for you guys this week. What does my message 1 choosers need to know? Society. Say yes to all the wonderful invitations coming your way. Excellent networking opportunities and new love interests for singles will be the result. Nice. So either way, this is a yes week for you as far as any kind of social invitations are concerned. And as it says, for networking, so it could be something that starts off as making really positive social connections, kind of feeling like you've met some like-minded people who you resonate with, that ends up leading to something positive on the career front as well. A social week for you guys. Let's see what else is coming out with that. And then it does say love interests too for singles. So if you've been reluctant or hesitant to put yourself out there and meet, potentially meet some romantic partners, this is a good week for it. It would be showing up to let you know that you might just come across a really good suitor in some kind of way, like a really good potential partner. Temptation, okay. Temptation being one of the main energies here. Where are you being tempted? And usually if this is coming out, it's saying to question what you're tempted to do or not do, to move towards or not move towards. It's that kind of energy. If you're having any kind of feelings of temptation, whether it be going back to something that you know that you've outgrown, any kind of an addictive behavior that you know that you should be taking care of, or you're tempted to move towards or walk away from something without really thinking it through, this card would show up to let you know to stop, pause, and reflect on these things. So just a bit of a heads up there. Disruption. Okay. Disruptive energy. This is in the challenge position. Okay. So there's definitely something that looks like it's on the cards, quite literally, that could cause you to be tempted to maybe do something or act in some sort of way that is not really you, or that may bring about a result that you will not want to see, or a situation could be made worse as a result. These are the kinds of energies these cards usually evoke or lean into. I feel like this is your heads up from the universe to not allow whatever this disruption is that may cause you to be tempted to, react in a way that you wouldn't normally react, or do a thing that you wouldn't normally do, or again, the reverse, maybe move into it without thinking it through. This is your heads up saying not to do that. This is a better week for networking, socializing, going out and having fun, meeting new people, and leaning more into that kind of energy. But there is definitely something here that is disruptive, that is going to cause you to be tempted to do a certain thing, act in a certain way, or not, right? It's just going to be different for all of us because we're all going through different things. But trying to get these, I got these new little card stands in there. I haven't quite figured them out. My apologies, message 1. Okay. Yeah, okay. Crown chakra. This is your direct message from spirit. This is essentially saying connect to universal energy, higher mind, and wisdom. Sort of like there's an inner knowing and a truth. So don't be tempted to disregard what comes through, what you know to be true, what you intuitively are understanding. I keep getting this feeling of, I know this isn't good for me, and I know that if I react in this way or say this thing, it's going to probably make things worse, but I'm feeling emotionally angered, frustrated, off in some way, and I just feel like I need to get off my chest. This is going to sound a little bit cheesy, but you'd be better off to journal it, or scream into a pillow, or talk to a trusted friend rather than be reactive to whatever this disruption is, because I feel like it will just make things harder and worse. This temptation. But you do have an internal compass and an inner knowing, and you do know better about this situation. But I feel like there's something emotionally charged behind it that's causing you to be tempted to sever something. Then maybe you should pause on that or move towards something, but you should really think it through before you do. Like I said, it's going to be different for all of you because you're all going through different things. I really feel like the big message here is there is some energies of some more difficult situations, emotionally charged situations. Use your mind wisely and your thoughts wisely, and really think things through before you react in any kind of way or make a big decision in any kind of way. You're better off to say yes to invitations and opportunities, to meet new people, to put yourself out there. That kind of energy is like, yes, that's positive. And whatever this disruptive energy is, it's like you don't even have to make a decision around it just yet. You don't have to lean into it. You don't have to react to it. Move back from it. Connect to that higher mind and inner knowing, and really think things through before acting for whatever the situation is. Nice. Okay. Destiny. And that's a really nice outcome card here for you. It's like sort of like the Wheel of Fortune card in the regular tarot. It's like the tides are moving. Things are going to get going in a positive direction. It starts with saying yes to this societal networking, socializing energy. But there's another thing going on in your life here, message one, that is tempting you. It's pulling you in. It's sucking you in a way that's not going to be the best for you. And this is the energy that you want to disconnect from as much as you can, or at the very least, go really quiet and not react to anything, not make any moves around it. Just give yourself over to this lighter socializing energy, because I feel like it'll help you. It'll help you through whatever this disruption is, whatever's causing you angst or worry or concern. It just feels like there's this like end cut, sever your connection to it so that you do not get sucked in by it in a way that causes more disruption in your life. Hopefully that makes sense. Yeah, lean in as much as you can to the more positive aspects of whatever's going on for you at this week, or whenever you happen to be landing on these messages. I don't know why, and I don't think this is going to be true for everybody who chose message number one, because it never is general, as I always say. But there's something here that makes me feel like some of you are dealing with some jealous people. There's some jealous energy, and there's some behind the scenes things, and I almost feel like some of you might come to this knowing or understanding about this and want to react to it. But if I know that seems very specific and very odd, but this is just something I'm feeling. If that's you, if that makes sense to you, if you have suspicions, you're likely right about whatever these are, but be careful how you handle the situation. If you do come into this kind of wisdom, knowledge, understanding about it, it would be very tempting to want to do something about it, call a person out, make a scene around it for good reason. But I feel like just pause your thoughts and reactivity on that if that resonates with you. Kind of, it feels like karma is going to settle this situation for some of you. I know that this is very odd that I'm saying that, but that's just something I'm feeling. I don't think that's going to speak to all of you. But again, whatever the situation is, remove yourself from it, detach from it as much as you can. Don't be tempted to get too involved or to make a quick decision around it, because I feel like things will come to light. Wisdom will come in of how to move through it. Lean into the socializing energy for this week. for networking and having fun and meeting new people. Okay, look, and we've got the Destiny card here. It says adapt. You will get yourself where you want to be. Right? It really does lean into that temptation card, like disruptive energy. Don't push anything. Don't force anything. Ebb back to make this thing move forward. It sounds counterintuitive, but that's the big ask. Lean into fun, lean into socializing, lean into meeting new people, networking, having a really good time. And you will get where you need to go, as this says. You will get yourself where you want to be. Adapt. Adapt to whatever's happening. Don't push too hard on anything. Allow things to unfold and unravel the way that they need to. And you will see positive change in your situation. Okay, I think I'm going to leave that there. I hope that you all have a fantastic week and really say yes to any really good, positive socializing situations that show up for you guys. I think they're going to be really important for you moving forward in your future. Take care, guys. Hello, message 2. What does message 2 need to know about this week? I just got completely discombobulated there. What's showing up for my message 2 choosers? Wisdom. Okay. To focus on the past is to lose the future. Heed advice from an older person, which will allow you to move on. Wisdom. Okay, so information and knowledge coming in for you this week. So being open to it, being the main overarching energy for you. If there's been something that you've been in the shadows about, in the dark about, and not really sure, this could be the week. This is likely the week where you will get some answers and information so that you can then make decisions moving forward. And this also says heed advice from an older person, which will allow you to move on. That doesn't necessarily have to be the case, but it very well could be. So being open to the advice from others, because there's going to be something in it that rings true for you. Discontent and boredom. And I'm noticing the number 4 right away, which is usually the number of stability and solid foundations. There could be something to that for you here. Not really sure where to go from here. I find a lot of people feel lost in the sauce in January. It's a new year. There's not a lot going on for most people. And we can get really stuck and stagnant. It feels like there's something to that here for my message 2 choosers. Take heart, because some answers are forthcoming that will help you move out of this energy of discontent and boredom. Oh, nice. Okay, harmony. Okay, so there could be some stability that needs to be restored in connections and relationships and partnerships as well. It doesn't have to be romantic, though it likely will be for some of you. There could have been some issues too with the partner that you've been dealing with, and you haven't really been sure how to move through them. It could also just be that your relationship needs a little bit of a fire lit underneath it. Get the sparks, the embers burning. Again, passion ignited in some kind of way. But because it's the harmony card and it is in the challenge position, it suggests to me just an overall energy of feeling not harmonious at all. Like things are out of balance. Life's just not moving in a direction that feels good or passionate or exciting. You're in that energy of discontent and boredom, and it could be spilling out into many areas. It could be with your own self, your interpersonal connections, your relationship, feeling just out of balance in this way. Conflict and defeat. Wow. Okay, now I'm really noticing the numbers. We've got 4 and 6 and now 5. So 4, 5, 6. Conflict and defeat. Feeling defeated in some endeavor. I think that maybe some of you have gone through some sort of emotional turmoil or feelings of loss, things not working out the way that you had hoped. This could be definitely in relationships or connections. Again, doesn't have to be romantic, but I think for some of you it definitely is. And feeling burdened by it, and I don't really know what to do or how to move forward with this. Things just not working out the way that I had hoped. And 5 is the number of change, And usually when this card comes out, it's like a message from Spirit saying, there is, I'm going to actually talk about this card a little bit more. There's a little candle here at the bottom of this card. It's sort of like there is a small light that you can't see because you're stuck in the energy of conflict and defeat, frustration, boredom, discontent, not enough harmony and balance. There is something there that you can't see. And it's hard to see when we're in this kind of energy, right? Because we're so down and we're feeling so out. I feel like I'm noticing that little light there because being open, maybe finding ways to do little things that bring you joy and happiness, no matter what they are, that up-level your energy in some way, whether you can take some time out to maybe go for walks, do some meditations, connect with friends. Again, anything that brings a sense of joy to you or happiness, do that, because there's that wisdom that's going to come through as a result, this little light at the end of a dark tunnel that's going to help you move through this stuck energy. And if it's showing up for you when you've landed on this video, you're going into the week where this can start to undo in a positive way, become better, stronger, healthier. Yeah, look at that fertility, growth. And the heart chakra being really lit up right there as well. Feeling more of a heart connection moving forward, expansion, growth, quite literally for some of you. Maybe there has been something with fertility that hasn't worked out, and it's been very disheartening and hurtful. Absolutely, it would be. But more metaphorically speaking, in a broader sense, it's more about you're going to expand. Passion can be ignited. Heart can be opened. Heart space. Fertility just means growth and expansion in some way. Things moving forward, back into harmony, out of discontent and boredom, no longer feeling defeated by your situation and the things that haven't been moving in the direction that you would like. You're moving into this energy, but it does require you to connect to that wisdom that you naturally have, I think, that's blocked right now because of the harder energies that you've been in, to see it, to attain it. But it's going to be, and I feel like it's going to be so beneficial for you in the long run. Look at this. I just noticed too, this is number 3. That's crazy. 3, 4, 5, 6. It's like follow the steps. That's nuts. Okay, I'm not get too caught up in that. But yeah, and I noticed too that tree's behind her as well. Expansion, growth. Things are going to move. Things are going to get unstuck. That stagnant, blah, down and out energy that you've been feeling is going to shift and change. It does require some knowledge first, though. Some things that you can't see, that you haven't been able to lean into and utilize for your best and highest good, so that you can move a situation forward, get unstuck, and make, I think, really good decisions for yourself moving forward to see that expansion. So be patient, because it's going to come, but it also requires you to be open to it, which is why I said do whatever you need to do this week to bring about a sense of lightheartedness and joy. Because I say it all the time, but the more lighthearted we are, the more joyful we are, the more that we're in that energy, the more open we become to answers, guidance, wisdom, the hows of things, the what to do's. And then, as it says, it'll help you move forward, and you'll see things start turning in a really positive light. I definitely think that for some of you, this is connected to partnerships and romance and connections, having to make maybe some hard decisions around that. But I think for others, it's just an overall stagnant, stuck energy, things that you've tried, things that you've done, not moving forward, just at a standstill. Bloom and attract more than butterflies. Wow. Bloom and fertility. Bloom and attract more than butterflies, which means that you are going into this energy of positive attraction, attracting good things to you, good energies, positive knowledge, good helpful wisdom that really does help you move forward and go into the energy of bloom. Bloom and attract more than butterflies. You know what's interesting too? More than butterflies. It almost feels like for some of you, this isn't going to resonate with everybody, so take what does and leave the rest. But for some of you, if you've been in this dating game and you've been ready for a relationship or a connection that would be really good for you, and you're tired of, ones that have not been so good or worked out, this energy of attract more than butterflies, it's sort of like some sort of shift within you that says, now I've switched this energy. I've attained some knowledge and wisdom. I know what to do moving forward. And that lighthearted energy attracts better partners and partnerships and connections, romantic or otherwise. That's what it feels like. Either way, though, this really is a good card to end this energy, because we've got it. Outcomes being growth, expansion, fertility, heart opening, and then bloom, right? So this is where you're moving towards. This is what you're moving towards, rather, message 2. So take heart. Be as open as you can. Be willing to listen to the wisdom and guidance of others, because there is something to it that will help you move out of this harder, heavier energy. And for those of you who are dealing with a hard relationship that you maybe have been trying to fix, or a situation that didn't work out, answers are forthcoming around that too, and you'll know what to do, and so that you can really move forward. Okay, I think I'm going to leave that there. I hope you all have a fantastic week. Take care, guys. Hello, message 3. Let's have a look and see what types of energies are showing up for you guys this week. What does message 3 need to know? Ooh, we've got major life change. The time is right for major life changes, as a new lifestyle or location brings great joy and a trouble-free existence. Nice. So any stirrings that you're feeling, any prompts that you've been getting, intuitive hits, just that restless energy. I think a lot of you are probably feeling restless energy. It's there for a reason. It's telling you it's time to shift and change and grow in a very, very big way, because this is saying major life changes. It also could be just connecting to the fact that you're in the midst of making decisions around whether you should make some major life changes. And I feel like the answer to that would be yes, because it's saying a new lifestyle or location will bring great joy and a trouble-free existence. So being really open to these changes, because they are showing up for you in the best possible way for your best and highest good. But change is always scary, right? We're always a little bit afraid of what that will mean for us moving forward. But ultimately, you know, it feels like saying yes to this is a good idea for my message 3 choosers. And, you know, I feel like on some level, there's this energy of, I've been ready for it. I've wanted it. But, ooh, now that fear is creeping in a little bit. Should I do this? Am I going to be okay? Is it going to be okay? All change brings about a little bit of difficulty, because we're dealing with unknowns. And I'm feeling compelled to say that, like, you know, it can be more framed as exciting rather than scary. Ooh, look at this. Partnerships and alliances. Nice. So if you have not made any connections as of yet at the time of this video, or just recently, these are good partnerships and alliances that are coming your way that will help pull you up and through your situation and help guide you to this positive life change, these positive life changes rather. So be really open to these connections and these alliances and partnerships, because they're going to be good for you. It's like that help energy, right? And I'm also noticing too, I just wanted to quickly say that it's sort of like this coherence of spirit and earth energy coming together. Yin yang, male, female, things coming together in a really good way. So if this hasn't showed up for you, be open to these partnerships and connections that could be showing up, because they're only going to pull you forward in a good, positive way, help you move things forward. Okay, we've got emotional withdrawal, and it is in the challenge position. So because this is coming out, you've either been in a lot of emotional withdrawal right now, not really putting yourself out there, which would be a heads up from spirit saying it's time to get back into putting yourself out there again and being open to helpers and partnerships and things like that will pull you out of this current energy and help you move forward to something new, new beginnings. Or for some of you, I also think it might just be a bit of a heads up that taking a little bit of time out to emotionally connect to yourself, your desires, what you want, any fears that could be propping up, so that you can eradicate them and not bring them with you moving forward. Again, framing things more as exciting rather than scary, because again, change always brings that feeling of a little bit of fear, because we don't know what we're moving towards. We just know that we're ready for change. So it could be either or for my message 3 choosers, and you will know which one you are. Have you given yourself time to stop, pause, and really connect to your wants, needs, desires? your emotional feelings, what they're trying to tell you. And for others, I think it's about coming out of this. It's about moving out of solitude energy and into openness to connections and help from others. Because there is this energy, this major energy of those kinds of people and communities and situations showing up for you very soon. Okay. Look at this spiritual union, partnerships and alliances. This is a really strong message, message 3, because you've got a lot of positive, it feels like I feel very much a lightheartedness within me, a lot of positive energies and people. This could be romantic for some of you, where you're being asked to say yes to a partnership coming your way, a romantic connection, but maybe from the past, there's been some emotional ups and downs and you have a hard time trusting that. But for others, it could just be in general. Like, I don't really let anybody in too easily. And I don't usually say yes very easily to alliances and partnerships. I'm used to doing things on my own, very independent nature. But all of this is pointing towards saying yes to alliances and partnerships and connections. There's a spiritual union. This could be, you can meet somebody who is like a kindred spirit. They could be a soulmate. It could be, a soulmate or a kindred spirit, right? Somebody that you have a deep connection with. And it doesn't have to be romantic. It could be, but it doesn't have to be. Just somebody who you click with, who speaks to you on a soul level. You resonate with each other. Wisdom. Yeah. I love that. It's like coming into that inner knowing what's right for you. And, he's holding this book, Knowledge, Wisdom. There's a dog beside him, and that usually leans into loyalty and trust, which is something I'm very much feeling here for you, message 3. These are connections, partnerships, and alliances that you can trust, kindred spirits, a soul, somebody from your soul group. And I feel like they're here to help you with wisdom and understanding. And in the background, we've got a happy family back there too, feeling really connected, solid, strong, secure, stable. This is the energy that's showing up for you guys this week. And usually it's just a starting point. So saying yes to it, allowing this to open and unfold, because with that emotional withdrawal being in the challenge, there is something there in your emotions that could cause you to say no, that has some fear in it, that makes you second guess or distrust. So really look at this story, this energy within, so that you do not miss out on this beautiful energy showing up for you guys this week, because it is beautiful. It is light. It's going to bring about positive changes, like a whole new way of being, a whole new lifestyle. Again, whether this is a romantic partnership or just a kindred spirit that you just really connect to, they're going to help in some way. It's going to bring in new ways of being, new knowledge, solid foundations, positive change, and that energy of loyalty, because I'm so attracted to that little white dog down there. All right. Let me just cap this off with a final message here for my group 3s. I do feel like some of you have already met this person, and maybe you're second guessing, overthinking it, worried about it. All the more reason to give yourself over to a little bit of withdrawal to emotionally connect to your heart space, because your heart will know the truth. Like, if it feels really good and there's 0 red flags in this situation, but that energy of fear and distrust is popping up, look at that story and that narrative. You want to eradicate that, because it feels like this person is divinely orchestrated coming into your life for a reason. They're really going to help pull you up level your life, bring about really good changes and new beginnings. And this wisdom showing up in the outcome is essentially saying that this is what you attain: new knowledge, new wisdom, new understanding. And it's towards something stable and strong. Definitely a romantic component here for some of you. Oh, well, beginnings. Don't be afraid to start small. Yeah. Baby steps. Essentially, that's what this card is saying to you. This is new beginnings. This goes so well with the rest of your cards. Baby step your way. So if you break things down into smaller steps, it's a lot less scary and daunting to say yes to these changes. It just feels more attainable. So whatever you have to do, go slowly, but keep moving forward is kind of what I'm feeling here for you guys. Don't be afraid to start small. Beginnings. Yep, the beginning of new things, positive things. with really good and powerful connection as a result of it. Heart resonant connection, soulmate energy. This feels really good for you guys this week. I think I'm going to leave that there. I hope that you all have a fantastic week and really be open to these partnerships and alliances, this connection coming in for you. It feels like it's going to be so life-changing. And again, bring about a new beginning. Okay, guys, take care. Hello, message 4. What do my message 4s need to know going into this week? The energies are showing up for my message 4s. Sorry about the background noise, guys. Heater, once again, just always being so loud and ridiculous. We've got change. A change of residence, partner, career, or job is on the cards. You're restless and in need of a change, and that is exactly what is coming your way. Ooh, message number 3 was major life change. It was more leaning into the energy of it's time for you to start creating change. This feels like it's coming for you, whether you are trying to plan for it or not. That restless energy you're feeling is calling you to action. It's saying yes to change. I feel like this is coming for you regardless of whether you're doing anything for it. A change of residence, partner, career, or job is on the cards. You're restless and in need of a change, and that is exactly what is coming your way. Okay, let's look at the rest of the cards to see what kind of change this is for my message 4s. Ooh, solar plexus chakra. Okay. Coming out in the next to the change energy is suggesting being in your power with whatever the situation is, staying in your power with whatever the situation is and how this change shows up for you. Not allowing fears and doubts to creep in, lest you miss this opportunity to get out of that restless, stuck, stagnant energy. So perhaps doing some solar plexus chakra meditations would be a good idea for you. You know what's funny? I keep feeling physical. Moving your body more, being physical can really help move out hard, heavy energy that makes us feel discontent and just out of sync with ourselves. But I also wonder if some of you have had some stomach upset or physical manifestations of feeling like in your belly, in your gut. It's usually starts with energy, right? That energy of disempowerment, feeling like you can't do a thing or something. And that's getting kind of deep, but I feel like that might be a thing for some of you. Either way, finding your way back to your sense of empowerment. I am powerful energy. I am brave. I am courageous. I am capable. These are positive affirmations that you could use when you notice any fear creeping in or doubt. Because staying in your power is going to be really important to move through this change and to frame it in a way that's positive for you, because it does feel like it's supposed to be positive for you guys. Look at this. Triumphant success. Now, it is coming out in the challenge position. So perhaps you've been a little bit down and out because things have not been going your way. You have not seen the success. Perhaps you've worked really, really hard over the months, days, years, and just to no avail. This feels like this energy is going to start to turn, but it does require some sort of change, doing something differently. A new place, a new partnership, a new career, being open to this newness and saying yes to it rather than doing the same thing over and over is kind of what feels like is required to get into the energy of triumphant success, because it's been something that seems like it's been eluding my message for us. And that can cause all of us to want to, throw our hands up and give up and say, like, I'm just over this. Nothing's ever working out. That doesn't feel like what's on the cards for you, quite literally moving forward now. Like into 20, I feel like for my message for choosers, 2025 is going to see a lot of growth and expansion, but you have to start here with empowering yourself, moving out limiting beliefs, getting into confidence, strength, I am powerful. I am strong. I am brave. I'm going to say yes to new things because I know it's going to open new doorways, and I will get to that success. I sound like oh my gosh, I sound like a motivational speaker. We've got another chakra card, and it's the heart chakra. So 2 energy centers that are in need of some love and attention, connecting to your heart. What does your heart want? What is your heart trying to tell you? Sometimes our brains can be on overdrive, and we can have that monkey mind in full effect. So lots of chatter, lots of overthinking, worry, doubt, and those belief systems and patterns just play in a loop in our brain, almost like a radio station that no matter how hard you try, you can't turn it off, and it drowns out the voice of our heart. And our heart has a lot to say if we're willing to listen. And I feel like Spirit's jumping in here to say it's time that you listen to your heart. Feel confident in yourself and empowered that you are completely capable of creating change and getting into the energy of triumphant success. It does require you to do something different. It does require you to say yes to things that scare you a little bit. And it starts here in these energies of sorting these energy centers out. Again, meditations for your solar plexus and your heart chakra will be really helpful. Doing anything that's lighthearted, that up-levels your energy and brings you into a place of joy and happiness, no matter how ridiculous it might seem. Do it, because it will help to sort these energies out so that you can get into triumphant success. Either way, you've got some positive changes that are coming for you, opportunities, it feels like, message 4, and you're going to want to be ready for them. And you will need to be heart-centered, and you will need to be in your confidence and in your power to say yes unless you miss these opportunities and this energy of success evades you again. Because I do feel like there's this feeling of all my tries have been outside the lines. Nothing's ever worked out the way that I've hoped for it to, or that with all the effort that I've put in, it's just like disappointment, or not moving. I feel like there's a lot of opportunity here for you, message 4, to change this narrative this year. And it starts now. It starts here. Yeah, conflict and defeat. Feeling like this, right? Feeling conflict and defeated, feeling lost. And there's that little light. And this came up in one of the other messages as well. There's a little light at the other side. There's a little nugget of wisdom. There's an understanding and what am I trying to say here? Knowledge, not seen, not understood, not leaned into. It's time to come out of this energy. And I also will say that because we've got triumphant success here in the challenge position, and then we've got an outcome card of feeling defeated and conflicted in some way, and then we've got solar plexus here, staying in your power, staying in your heart center. Some of you, this change could feel quite uncomfortable coming your way, a little destabilizing, a little shock and awe coming in. And there's this potential that it could throw you off your path, take you out of your purpose, take you out of your confidence, make you want to throw your hands up in conflict and defeat and frustration. Please don't allow that to happen. It feels like this restless energy, this need for change that you've been needing or wanting or desiring. There's been some sort of imbalance within you that's created this change to stay at arm's length or distance, to just always be eluding you. And it's sort of like when we stay in that energy, the universe has to come in and give us a big hard pinch to get us to move in a new direction. And sometimes this pinch is uncomfortable. That's what this feels like. There's a bit of a heads up, I think, for some of my message 4 choosers, that something uncomfortable could be coming. It's going to be uncomfortable at first, but ultimately it's going to lead to something much better. As it says, a new career, a new job, a new partnership. It's like if we're stuck in the way things always are, and we're kind of just moseying along doing the same things and not really creating the change for ourselves, the universe has this way of coming in and doing it for us that's not usually comfortable. And I'm sorry to say that to my message viewers, but I do think some of you are going to experience that. It's not going to be easy, this change coming in at first. It's not going to feel the best for some of you, not all of you, general. But ultimately it's going to lead you to something far better that maybe you wouldn't have allowed yourself to move towards unless this thing happened, unless this came in, kind of forcing you to have to shift and change directions. It's so easy. We all get so stuck in the way we've always done things, the jobs we've always been in, the places that we've always lived. Even when we know on some level, on some soul level, our heart's been trying to whisper to us, it's time to move from this person, this place, this job. There's something better, and we just won't do it. There's a massive energy here for that, for my group 4. So it's like, just prepare yourself. But I feel like that the universe is jumping in to say, we're going to give you a little pinch because there's opportunities that are going to come in that are going to be far greater and more in line with who you are as a person, people, situations. And we can see that you're maybe struggling with saying yes to these things or opportunities, missing them, or fear around them. Just a heads up. I do think that some of you just need to also, like, I think there's a simpler message here too, that some of you need to sort out your sense of self-esteem and power and confidence and connection to your heart to get out of these energies so that you can see triumphant success and get out of the energy of feeling defeated on a more simple level. Yeah. Courage. Okay. When picking roses, don't fear the thorns. Yeah. Courage. That's all. Courage is connected to the solar plexus. It's confidence, courage, strength, empowerment. And this says, when picking roses, don't fear the thorns. There really is this message to that something difficult and ends up evolving into something beautiful that you can't see. I say this a lot, blessing in disguise, which can sound really annoying when we're frustrated or when we're dealing with something really hard and heavy, but that's what this is feeling like for you, message 4. When picking roses, don't fear the thorns. Yeah. There's a light and dark to everything, right? There's a good side and a bad side to everything. That's just the nature of life. So I feel like Spirit's jumping in, universe saying, stay in this energy, clear these energy centers, be open, stay strong in your resolve and whatever this is, and your courage and strength, and know that even though I think that you might be dealing with some difficult energies coming in, ultimately they're good, really are going to be for your best and highest good. It's that pinch to push you towards a new doorway, something much better. Stay strong this week at message 4. And know that this restless energy, that this change is going to be needed and ultimately really good for you. I'm going to stop banging on about that. I'm going to leave that there. I hope that you all have the most beautiful, fantastic week. Take care, guys.